Developing tonight, tariffs are on hold as President Donald Trump strikes a deal with Mexico and Canada. The U.S. paused the implementation of 25% tariffs after conversations with the leaders of both countries today. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum agreed to send 10,000 troops to the border to help tackle illegal immigration and prevent drug trafficking. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said in addition to implementing its existing $1.3 billion border plan, it will launch a joint Canada-U.S. strike force to combat organized crime, fentanyl, and money laundering. A 10% tariff against China is still set to take effect at midnight. But you know, these tariffs have been used in the U.S. since the country's founding, and they used to be a major source of revenue for the government. That changed with the creation of the federal income tax. Ben Henry talked to two economists on the pros and cons of tariffs and what could happen next.
Historically, what has been the good that have come out of tariffs?
Tariffs have led frequently to negotiations that have caused some actions.
St. Cloud State University economic professor King Banyan says what happened Monday is an example of that.
Had a great talk with Mexico.
President Donald Trump pausing 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada for a month. Historically, looking at tariffs as a whole, have they done more good than bad or more bad than good?
I think most economists would agree with me that they've done more bad than good.
The problem is that the gains from tariffs are really diffuse.
In other words, the positive impacts are spread out. University of St. Thomas economics professor Tyler Schipper also says tariffs were once a main source of revenue for the United States.
Tariffs have a long history, and they were very foundational in terms of how the U.S. used to protect infant industries.
But he says times have changed.
The reduction of tariffs have generally made it so that there are lower costs for consumers. And I think generally that those have been good.
As for what happens next, the agreements already reached does bring some hope.
In terms of being willing to negotiate, willing to engage in a lot of rhetoric that ends up causing some changes that avoid trade wars. I think I'm optimistic.
While the pause is in place for Canada and Mexico, Trump is still imposing, as we said, a 10% tariff on all Chinese goods. That starts in just a couple hours. The three nations make up just more than 40% of all trade with the U.S., so a lot of business, a lot of money, of course. That's why we've been watching closely, and we'll have to see what happens next.
We bought a little time today, though.
Yeah, amazing how fast it played out today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you so much, Ben.